28-year-old Emma Rodriguez had never felt happier as she packed her suitcase for Hawaii. After 2 years of wedding planning chaos, she and her new husband Jake were finally married and ready for the dream honeymoon in Maui. "Babe, did you remember to water the plants?" Jake called from the bedroom of the cozy downtown Chicago apartment. "Already handled," Emma smiled, zipping up her floral sundress collection. "And I left detailed instructions for your mom about the mail and the spare key location." Jake's expression shifted slightly. His mother, Patricia Williams, had insisted on checking their apartment while they were gone. "You know Mom just wants to help," he said, though something in his voice suggested he wasn't entirely convinced. Emma brushed off her concerns. Patricia had always been involved. But surely even she wouldn't cross certain boundaries while they were celebrating their new marriage. As their Uber pulled up to O'Hare Airport, Emma took one last look at their apartment building. Everything was perfectly organized, her books arranged by author, her kitchen spices in alphabetical order, her grandmother's vintage china displayed just right in the dining room cabinet. What could possibly go wrong in 7 days? Little did Emma know, Patricia had been planning this moment for months, waiting for the perfect opportunity to fix what she saw as her new daughter-in-law's chaotic lifestyle. The moment Emma stepped through their apartment door, she knew her worst fears had come true. But nothing could have prepared her for what she found. Her minimalist living room had been transformed into what looked like a country farmhouse explosion. Floral throw pillows covered every surface, doilies adorned the coffee table, and a massive ceramic rooster sat where her sleek modern lamp used to be. "What the hell?" Jake muttered, dropping their suitcases in shock. Emma walked through the apartment in a daze. Her carefully organized kitchen had been completely rearranged, dishes moved to different cabinets, her coffee maker relocated to the opposite counter, and her spice rack reorganized by frequency of use rather than alphabetically. But the bedroom was the final straw. Emma's personal dresser drawers had been gone through, her clothes refolded and rearranged properly. Her grandmother's antique jewelry box had been moved from her nightstand to the closet shelf, and her private photos with Jake had been rearranged in more tasteful frames. Emma sank onto their bed, which was now covered in a hideous quilted bedspread featuring dancing kittens. She felt violated, angry, and completely powerless. "Emma, I had no idea she would do something like this," Jake said, his face pale as he surveyed the damage. Emma found a note on the kitchen counter, written in Patricia's perfect cursive, "Welcome home, lovebirds. I thought I'd help you settle into married life with some proper home decorating. Marriage is about compromise and tradition. Love, Mom Patricia. P.S. I kept all your old things in storage boxes in the basement. XOXO. As Emma read the note, her shock began transforming into something else entirely, a cold, calculating anger that would soon teach Patricia a lesson she'd never forget. For 3 days, Emma tried to be the bigger person. She started moving things back to their original places, donated the hideous decorations to Goodwill, and attempted to have a calm conversation with Jake about setting boundaries with his mother. But Jake kept making excuses. "She meant well, Em. She just wants us to have a nice home. She went through my underwear drawer, Jake. She moved my grandmother's jewelry box. I know. I'll talk to her." But when Jake called Patricia to discuss the situation, Emma could hear her mother-in-law's voice through the phone, sweet as pie. "Oh honey, I was just trying to help. You know how young people are these days, they don't know how to make a house feel like a home. Emma should be grateful." That evening, Emma was reorganizing her spice rack for the 3rd time when she discovered something that made her blood boil. Patricia had thrown away her expensive vanilla extract, a gift from her late grandmother, and replaced it with cheap imitation vanilla from the dollar store. The note attached read, "Real vanilla is such a waste of money. This works just as well. Mom P." Emma stared at the crumpled receipt in the trash. Patricia had thrown away over $200 worth of Emma's specialty cooking ingredients and personal items, replacing them with bargain alternatives. That night, as Jake snored peacefully beside her, Emma lay awake staring at the ceiling. She tried being understanding. She tried being mature. She tried working through Jake. But Patricia had just declared war. And Emma was ready to fight back. As Emma began formulating her revenge plan, she had no idea that Patricia was already planning her next, helpful, visit, and this time, she had even bigger surprises in store. Emma spent the next week researching and planning with the precision of a military strategist. She knew she had to be smart about this, she couldn't just explode or cause family drama. She needed to teach Patricia a lesson the woman would never forget, while maintaining her position as the innocent daughter-in-law. The plan came to her during lunch with her best friend Sophia at their favorite cafe downtown. "Girl, you need to give her a taste of her own medicine," Sophia said, stirring her iced coffee. "But you gotta be strategic about it. That's when Emma remembered Patricia's pride and joy, her pristine house in the suburbs of Naperville. Patricia had bragged endlessly about her perfect home during the wedding preparations, showing everyone photos of her matching furniture sets and color-coordinated everything. Emma smiled for the first time in days. "Sophia, I think I know exactly what to do." The next day, Emma casually mentioned to Jake that she wanted to do something nice for his mother to show there were no hard feelings. "Maybe we could house sit for her when she goes to visit your Aunt Linda in Milwaukee next weekend." Jake's face lit up. "Really? That would be amazing, Em. She'd love that. I just want to start fresh with her," Emma said sweetly. "Maybe I could even surprise her with some light redecorating while she's gone. You know, show her I appreciate her, style." Jake hugged her tight. "You're incredible, you know that. This is why I married you." If only he knew what his incredible wife was really planning. As Patricia eagerly accepted Emma's offer to house sit, she had no idea that her new daughter-in-law had been taking detailed notes about everything Patricia had done to their apartment, and was about to return the favor with interest. The moment Patricia's silver Toyota Camry disappeared down the street, Emma put her plan into action. She had exactly 48 hours to execute the perfect revenge. Emma started with Patricia's living room. She carefully removed all the conservative beige and cream decorations, storing them safely in the basement. Then she transformed the space with bold, modern art pieces she'd rented from a local gallery, bright throw pillows in electric blue and hot pink, and a massive abstract sculpture that looked like twisted metal. The kitchen was next. Emma rearranged everything, moving the coffee maker to the opposite counter, reorganizing the spice rack from Patricia's careful color coordination to complete alphabetical order, and relocating the dishes to completely different cabinets. But the master bedroom was Emma's masterpiece. She replaced Patricia's conservative floral bedspread with a wild leopard print set, moved all the furniture to different positions, and hung a large modern art piece featuring bold geometric shapes where Patricia's gentle landscape painting used to hang. Jake helped reluctantly, still not entirely sure about the plan. "Em, are you sure this is a good idea? She's going to lose her mind." "That's the point," Emma said, carefully placing a neon green throw pillow on Patricia's previously pristine white couch. "She needs to understand how it feels to have someone mess with your personal space." The final touch was Emma's note, written in her sweetest handwriting and left on the kitchen counter. "Welcome home, Patricia. I thought I'd help you update your home with some modern touches. Marriage is about growth and embracing new styles. Love, Emma. P.S. I kept all your old things safe in storage boxes in the basement. XOXO." As Emma and Jake drove away on Sunday evening, Emma felt a mixture of satisfaction and nervousness. She'd executed the perfect revenge, but now came the hard part, waiting for Patricia's reaction. Monday morning, Emma was at her marketing job downtown when her phone started ringing non-stop. Patricia's name flashed on the screen again and again, but Emma let it go to voicemail. She wanted to savor this moment. By lunch, there were 12 missed calls and 7 increasingly frantic voicemails. "Emma, what have you done to my house? This is completely unacceptable. You've ruined everything. Jake, you need to control your wife. This is beyond inappropriate." Emma finally answered on the 13th call, her voice sweet as honey. "Hi Patricia, how was your trip to Milwaukee? Don't you dare play innocent with me, young lady. My house looks like a modern art disaster." "Oh, I'm sorry you don't like it," Emma said calmly. "I was just trying to help you update your style, you know. Marriage is about growth and embracing new things. I thought you'd appreciate the gesture, especially since you were so helpful with our apartment." There was dead silence on the other end. That's completely different." Patricia sputtered. "Is it though?" Emma asked. "I mean, I was just trying to be helpful, just like you were. I even left all your old things safely stored in the basement, just like you did for us." Emma could practically hear Patricia's brain working, realizing she'd been caught in her own trap. That evening, Jake came home with a huge grin on his face. "My mom called. She wants to come over and discuss boundaries with both of us." When Patricia arrived, she was a different woman than the one who had smugly rearranged their apartment. She sat stiffly on their couch, her hands folded in her lap. I may have overstepped when you were on your honeymoon," she said quietly. "May have?" Emma raised an eyebrow. "Fine. I completely overstepped. I violated your privacy in your home, and I'm sorry. I just wanted to help, but I realize now that I was wrong." Emma smiled genuinely for the first time in weeks. "Thank you, Patricia. That means a lot. And don't worry, I already put everything back in your house exactly how it was." Patricia's eyes widened in surprise and relief. "But next time," Emma continued, "maybe we could just talk about things instead of redecorating each other's homes." Patricia actually laughed. "Deal. And Emma, I have to admit, you got me good. I didn't think you had it in you. From that day forward, Patricia never again entered their apartment without permission. She learned to respect boundaries, and Emma learned that sometimes the best way to deal with difficult in-laws is to give them a taste of their own medicine. And whenever Patricia got a little too helpful, in the future, Emma would just smile sweetly and ask, "Should I come help you redecorate again?" The answer was always a very quick, "No, thank you, dear." Sometimes the best revenge is simply helping someone understand how their actions affect others, even if that understanding comes with a side of leopard print bedding.